That is a good question. Well, because he and Chris were pretty good friends, and they say that they are more than friends, right?
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
I mean, not that I claim to know much about the Kardashians, but I do know that thing.
Yeah, that was like big back in the day.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think that'd be awesome to watch him fucking chisel his way in there, though.
I think it'd be funny. I'd probably watch the episode just to see, but I doubt it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I don't watch that stuff, so I mean, is it like on its decline? Is it almost on its way out, or what?
I don't know. I don't even watch it, but like him getting paroled, like get him on TV, that's going to shoot your ratings right through the roof.
Yeah, fuck yeah, that'll shoot your ratings through the roof. It'll be a resurgence of the crappiest TV show ever made.
I don't know. I think eventually he's going to tell everybody that he did the murder, though, because even if he did, there's nothing anybody can do about it.
Well, I mean, he can go back to jail, right?
No, double jeopardy. He can't be tried for that murder again because he was found not guilty.
Oh, look at this guy. See? The criminal justice major.
I know. He could. The day he walks out of prison, he could be like, yeah, I killed him, and there's nothing anybody can do about it.
While he's like drinking a Capri Sun and waving a push pop up in the air. I fucking did.
And then he'd be like, hey, spoiler alert, the glove did fit. I just spread my fingers really wide to make it not fit.
I think that's the stupidest thing. Like, when you watch that, do you know how many ways that, I don't know, they should have put him to sleep and then tried to put the glove on him so he couldn't manipulate it, because if I don't want to wear a fucking glove, I know ways I can not make that glove work right, you know? I put it on halfway and just hold it up. It doesn't fit.
That was the whole prosecution's fault, because they didn't have to ask him to try on the glove. They got tricked into doing it.
Oh, they did?
Because one of OJ's defense lawyer, Robert Shapiro, tried on the glove during a break, and it was like it wasn't fitting his hand. So he was like, OJ's bigger than me. There's no way this glove's going to fit. But I just think he had bigger hands than OJ.
And Shapiro's that little troll with the big eyebrows, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he looked like a little... You know what Shapiro looked like to me? He always reminded me of what John Gotti probably should have looked like. Yeah,
like if John Gotti wore a wig and like somebody ripped it off his head.
Yeah. Oh. So that's pretty crazy. There's a lot going on. Fresh off the press, the lead singer of Linkin Park passed away this week via hanging.
Yeah, I think that's what I read.
Right on. I don't want to really, honestly, it's a shame and it's a tragedy that these people feel that. Well, I don't know that they feel, but that's the only way out of whatever. It's too bad that
they're dealing with.
Yeah, I mean it's too bad, but man, I got to say, celebrities committing suicide and passing away from that affliction, that death affliction that has been running rampant the last 2 years, that have been killing off all of our celebrities. Man, it just I'm getting kind of numb to it all, I guess. I don't know. Or maybe I just didn't like Linkin Park that much. I mean, I liked Linkin Park from a span of about 2001 to 2003, and then I kind of just went my own way and didn't care, and it just... it wasn't like somebody came up and they killed Jose Canseco or Mark McGuire or Michael Jordan or something.
Yeah. I think it just, like when you're younger, you're like, holy crap, this person's dying. Yeah. And now it's just like, oh, another person died. I'm going to be next here soon. It just makes you feel older.
Well, but it's not like he died of natural causes.
Yeah. That's true.
But on the same token, though, he was 41. I didn't realize he was that fucking old.
No, I mean, either.
When I'm 41, there's a good possibility you might open a closet door at my house and find me hanging in there, too. That's all I know is because once that big 4-0 hits, I think that you get microchipped and just kind of just get shuttled on to death at that point. They just...
Yeah, well... What was that movie? They had like the little red beeper in their arm when they turned a certain age of playing and they got killed.
Dude, you're fucking talking about Logan's Run? You're bringing up a 35, 40-year-old movie? Jeez, I bet you half of the listeners don't even know that movie is. Everybody, look at Logan's Run. If you're on your computer, on your cell phone, do a search for Logan's Run. Everybody has that what is that? That Willy Wonka hairstyle. The kid with with the weird, not like a mullet that's had, not a mullet, but a bowl cut that's had curlers in it or something.
Are you talking about Mike TV or Charlie?
Charlie. Everybody has that Charlie haircut, or maybe even a little bit of the Gene fro. It's one of those movies where the color is like unnaturally bright, and there's a lot of vibrant oranges and greens for no reason. It's pretty old, but yeah, no. So yeah, you have a certain amount of days, and once your little alarm on your palm goes off, you die. Basically, sci-fi movie. But yeah, it's been a crazy week for news. I had some notes here, so just to kind of take you guys back, it's been a couple months, so let's catch up, shall we? So the Royals are still pretty shitty. And again, I know that a lot of you are not sports fans that listen, but I know that some of you are, and there are even some of you from foreign countries that have become Royals fans because we talk about them. But they're right around 500, and they keep losing, and then they'll go on like a 10-game, or like a 5-game winning streak, and then they'll lose like 6 or 7. So we're hovering right around 500%. And I'm actually going. What?
They're 500 right now.
Are they 500 right now? What place are we in our division?
I think we're third, but we're only a game and a half out of first, and then we're only 2 spots out of the second wild card spot.
Very nice. I'll take it.
So we're not like, I thought I was like getting really pissed off with this previous tailspin they went in, but then when you look at it, we're still right in the hunt.
Right. I like being right in the hunt.
It helps that we play probably in the shittiest division in baseball.
Oh, absolutely, it fucking helps. It helps. I mean, if you're in the shittiest division, you don't have to actually be good. You know what I mean? We could be. What's that?
You just got to be around 500. Like that year, the Seahawks went to the playoffs with a fucking 7-9 record.
Right. Well, dude, we could be completely terrible. And be a fucking garbage fire, dumpster fire, and end up making the playoffs via the wild card hunt. So all the listeners, we've been getting a lot of love. We've been getting a lot of friends, Megalodon and friends, obviously. So we've had some friends listening here out of Vietnam and Canada and Sweden. So what's up, everybody? And as always, we have Ashburn, Virginia, listening because the NSA has always got their hand in our audio. So
we hear you, big brother.
We know you're listening, and
go fuck yourself.
Don't shut us down. That was not scripted.
I guess it's better than the FCC.
Yeah, for sure. Well, so for me, God, I fucking hate that. I don't speak for anybody but myself, but in this case, I had a pretty busy month and a half. I've been riding a little bit of motorcycles, and I got to tell you, today I rode for a little while, and by about 11 o'clock it was 95 degrees. And I got to tell you, when you're on top of a motorcycle, for those of you that have never been, so if you can imagine riding a very, very tamed horse, a very tamed horse that's I don't know, its stomach and undercarriage and genital area are about 180 degrees. And then it's about 95 degrees on top of you. It's fucking hot. Like, and I didn't realize this when I started riding, but it gets very hot under there. And so when you get out, when you start walking, it doesn't hit you at first. So when you get off your motorcycle and start walking around, it's a delayed reaction because you don't, out of nowhere, you don't have the wind, whipping against you anymore, because, it does cool you down. That's why, and I've come to the conclusion, that's why motorcycles fucking drive so fast. That's why they ride so fast. You see the guys, it might be a 35 mile an hour zone, but you see guys whipping into, in between cars into oncoming traffic and then back into, just to get around cars, is because they don't want to fucking slow down, because if they slow down, they get fucking hot, right? So yep. That's why I'm pretty sure that's why motorcycle riders ride so fast, is because it's not that they have a need for speed, it's just they're trying not to get heat stroke. So which I find myself flying down the road at 45, 50 miles an hour in a 40, you know, but it feels good. It feels better. But anyway, so you get off the motorcycle, and the insides of your legs have been cooking for however long you've been riding. So now that you don't have that wind whipping against you, and your jeans are not whipping in the wind, you start to feel that heat coming in, and you know, from the top and the bottom, and just start sweating profusely out of nowhere. I went into a place today shopping, well, not shopping, just pick up some stuff. I walked in and I was fine, dry as a bone. But within 5 minutes, it was like I had wrestled with, you know, I had wrestled an alligator or something. I was sweaty. I don't know. I had a flushed face, and it was funny because I caught a glimpse of myself in the mirror, and I looked like I was having withdrawals from a, you know, 2-week Coke binge or something. So keep that in mind, all you young riders and people that are looking to get motorcycles. Is that even though it's in
that was like that day you were riding and you put your helmet on, there was like a big bucket of sweat just sitting in there and just dumped all over you.
Yeah, it's like somebody poured a glass of water on my face. And the fucked up part is that it was only in my face. It's like somebody put, you know how it felt? It felt like if you were to take a big gulp of water and then hover over my head and then just kind of let it out over my face. Because it obviously wasn't cold, right? It was nice and warm. It was pretty disgusting. And the funniest thing is that you looked at me and you were like, what was that? Was that sweat? And I didn't know. I didn't know. I was like, I'm afraid so. I don't want to know. But, so I've been riding a lot. I got a puppy. For those of you that don't know, I haven't really done a good job updating the website or the Facebook page, but I don't know, is 5.5, 6 months a puppy? That's a puppy, right? Yeah?
Yeah, they say they're pretty much a puppy until like 2 years old.
Then there you go.
They act like a puppy until 2.
Well, I act like a child, and I'm definitely not 2. We are... Okay, sorry. Yeah, but I went through an extreme vetting process. I felt like, I don't know, I felt like it was extreme, but I think it kind of had to be done, and I still am having a hard time. So, what do you look for when you, like, if you were to shop for a puppy right now, what would you look for? What are the things you would say, I gotta have this, I don't want that?
I would have to say, like, first you gotta pick a breed that you want, if you want a specific breed. If you're looking just for, like, any dog you don't care, I guess you're looking for something that's going to be a little bit active for a while, something that's not going to be stubborn, and then you got to make sure, like, grooming wise, do you want something that sheds and then have to worry about cleaning it up, or do you want something that doesn't shed and then you have to worry about them, like, getting them haircuts
right
every other month and stuff, and just take that into consideration. And then also color. Some people use color.
What? So, like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I guess I've heard people shopping that they want, like, brindle or, you know, I don't know. Yeah, I've heard people talk about color before.
Yeah, I've heard, like, a lot of times, like, black dogs and black cats are usually not as adopted as other colored animals for some odd reason. I don't know why.
It's fucked up.
My parents' dog, Millie, I love it. She sheds, but it's black hair and you can't see it.
Gotcha. Now, what about, and I know that there's, like, with Goldens, I know that there's, you know, there's the orange and the blonde, and a lot of people would rather have the blonde, I think, because those are show quality colors. So, yeah, okay, that makes sense. So, my vetting process had to do with, I either wanted a Golden or a Lab, because from what I understand, those are, like, the nicest, calmest, most chill breeds. Big breed, right? That don't have the tendency to, like, pick up little things and shake them around, because we do have the orange cat, you know what I mean? Old Deedle. Yeah. So I don't want to get something that's instinct is to pick up little things and shake them around until it's just a bunch of feathers floating in the air, right? So there was one thing. I wanted something that was smart. I wanted something that was a puppy but not an adult, because I do find that difficult. You know, teaching an old dog new tricks, they say... you know, people always use that when some guy that's been doing something for a long time, learns a new skill, right? Oh, you can't. They always say you can't teach old dog new tricks just because, you know, I'm a 78-year-old white male, and I learned to, you know,